Hello people, my name is Ben and it's the last day of the autumn sales. Oh god, it has all good things have to end, I'm afraid. But it's a good ending, and not only am I going to show you guys the deals for today, but also games that haven't gone on sale because either they've just not gone on sale or because they're just so cheap anyway, so they can't really cut them down even more. They're pretty much just like the full week-long sale or something like that. So I'll be showing you some of those as well, some of my most recommended. Anyway, on to today's sales. First of all is Greed Corp, which is a strategy game that's like a board game. It's really weird actually. It's a turn-based strategy game which sort of takes place on this hexagon board made of, you know, like all these different blocks of hexagons that you can build stuff on and move your different units to. It's pretty weird, but it's actually pretty damn good, and fun multiplayer game as well, especially. So that's a really good price for that. It's already quite cheap and 75% off. Not just 50, that's 75% off. That's a good price, and recommended. Next is Red Faction Armageddon, or you know, the whole Red Faction series. So let's go on that page, check out the prices of all of them. So you've got Red Faction Armageddon for £10, the original Red Faction for pretty much £1.50 or £2. Same goes for Red Faction 2, and Red Faction Guerrilla is £5. So let's start off with the original 2. The original 2 were FPSs that had destructible environments. You know, you could blow through walls. It was pretty cool actually. If you don't mind, you know, bad graphics, or pretty much not good graphics at all because of, you know, them being so old, then these are actually really fun games, and they're good. They're classic games. Very nice. And then it was reinvented years later with Red Faction Guerrilla, which was a third-person game which was open-worldy, set on Mars again, like all of them are, and you had this huge hammer and you could just destroy everything with it, pretty much, and loads of other things at your disposal. And it was a pretty decent game, very brown. Not that much colour to it, which is understandable considering it's on Mars, but you know, got a little bit stale after a while, but it's quite a fun game. And then Red Faction Armageddon improved upon it quite a bit actually. It's not as open worldy, it's pretty much a linear story, but it improved on it with amazing weapons like the magnet gun, which you can fire at one object and then another handle, and that one that you fired at first will attract to the other one, and it's really cool. There's a lot of crazy things you can do with it, and there's a lot of other things as well. There's something that will restore places that have been destroyed, that even you destroyed, and yeah, it's very cool. There's also some co-op. Is there any co-op? There might be. And also, what else? There's this mode where pretty much it's just blow up shit mode, and that's fun because, you know, you blow up shit. So yeah, it's really good. I actually really like Red Faction Armageddon. There's a little bit more colour to it as well. So yeah, next, Section 8 Prejudice. Actually a very good game. Not very well, decent. And I'll tell you why, because like a lot of FPSs these days, the single player isn't that great, but the multiplayer, and actually co-op as well, which is like a horde mode, the multiplayer is actually quite fun. You deploy from above and you can select where you want to deploy on the map, and then you'll just like dive down to it, which was in the original Section 8 as well. And the original Section 8 has been on sale all through the week, I think, so you can get that pretty cheap as well. But Section 8 Prejudice really improved upon it, and it's actually quite a good game. So if you want some cheap, fun, sci-fi multiplayer FPS, it might be FPS or a third-person shooter, I'm not too sure, then definitely go try that out, because it's a good game. Divinity 2, the Dragon Knight Saga, which is an action RPG apparently. Let's check out some screenshots of this, just because I have no idea what it's about myself. I hate screenshots like this because it doesn't tell me how the combat's played or anything like that. Great. Well, either way, it's got dragons, so that's pretty cool, I guess. 2 complete adventures with over 100 hours of gameplay. Nice. So it's like a looty type game. Freaking huge as well. 30 gigabytes for that is quite big. So yeah, that's interesting, I guess. Still getting over this cold, sorry. And I guess if that sounds good to you, then go try that out, because it actually sounds quite cool. Especially 75% off from £30, that's very good. Fable 3, this is a tricky one. It's not that great. It's not. There should have been tons of improvements made over Fable 2, but instead it introduced new problems and it improved some things, and then it kept some things the same and introduced new problems, and it seems like a real mess of a game, especially on the PC when there are some game-breaking glitches, and that really sucks, and they really should have been patched out. But no, they've still not. I don't know why. But I guess if you've got a friend and you both want to play it, then I can see it being quite fun in co-op. But yeah. Demolition Inc. is a surprising game to have on the daily deals. It's quite new actually, action strategy indie game, and you play as this thing, this alien thing, and you have to demolish things by putting stuff like oil slicks on the road, so cars crash into explosives and buildings and they all just come crashing down. It's actually quite cool, especially for that price. You know, it was quite cheap to begin with, maybe a little bit overpriced for what it actually was, but it's not bad if you just want some quick destructive fun in sort of like puzzly strategy way. It's quite good actually. Magic the Gathering 2012. I don't care about Magic the Gathering, honestly. If you like TCGs, trading card games, then it's probably perfect for you. It really it gives good detailed tutorials for things, so if you want to get into something like this, then I think it's very good. So if you've been interested in a virtual trading card game, then go for it, because that's a really good price. And yeah, I would recommend that if you're interested in that sort of game. Thief Deadly Shadows is one of the best stealth games ever, really. It's considered a classic by many people. The Thief series in general is, and that is apparently the best, or at least one of the best in the series. And it's on sale for no more than £2. No, well, it's £1.99, you know. So yeah, I pick that up. It's good. If you want some stealth action or some gameplay, but you don't mind about bad graphics, let's just have a look at some screenshots to check out the graphics. Yeah, as you can see, quite old. It is quite an old game. I think it has to run in 4:3 just looking at these screenshots, but yeah, it's good. It's a good game. So if you can get past that, because you know it is an old game, then go for it. Drive for San Francisco, not released too long ago and already half price. Brilliant price for this game. It's a great game. The Driver series had been going downhill, and then this came along and did a lot of things different, but all of them very good. It was just a game about really having fun mainly. It was quite tricky even with all your powers, because you could basically jump your soul or whatever. You could jump from one car to another, or your body. It's really weird. It's like what's it called? Quantum Leap. If any of you have ever seen that, and if you've not, go watch it. It's a great classic series. So he would jump out of one car and then just like look around the city in sort of a top-down angle, and then you could just select a car, and then you could be in that car automatically. And it had a great sense of humor as well, because you know, it was funny to see how different people reacted to the way you were driving, because they saw you as the person that was always driving. Like, if you find out near the start, so it's not a spoiler, he looks in the mirror, the main character, even though he sees himself as normal, but he looks in the mirror, much like Quantum Leap, and he sees the guy that he's pretty much possessing or whatever. It's pretty crazy, and it's actually a really fun game. So if you're interested in, and it's got a great depiction of San Francisco, really accurate. So yeah, if you're interested in a good driver game again, and just a good driving game, is racing game, even though there's not much actual racing in it, then highly recommended. It's a really good game actually. Dead Space 2 Dead Space franchise sale. Let's check that out, and you can get Dead Space 2 for easily £5, and then Dead Space 1 for only about £4, and that's really good. These are two excellent games. As I mentioned in a previous sale day, I said that it's not an action, it's not a survival horror, it's an action horror, because that's what it is. It goes for jump scares. You need to survive, but isn't that the case with any game? It's nothing like Amnesia or anything like that, but it's more like Resident Evil 4, except sci-fi and spacey, and still really, really good. But yeah, shooting off limbs of the aliens and such, it's a fun bunch of games, and they're both actually really, really good. So I highly recommend you pick both of those up, or at least Dead Space 2 if you're really not interested in one, because it made a lot of improvements. But both, if you possibly can, then yes, please do, because Dead Space 2 does have a recap of the other one as well, the first one. So that's always good. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, why is this on sale? Why is it still £15 for a game that came out in, what, 2009? I don't know, because Activision / Infinity Ward money whores, probably. And it's I don't know how to explain this. If you don't have the money for Modern Warfare 3, but you want a Modern Warfare experience because you've still not got Modern Warfare 2 for whatever reason, like I still don't have, but I've got Modern Warfare 3 and that's my first Modern Warfare game, so I haven't wasted money on all of them, then go play that and then forget about Modern Warfare 3, because basically either play one or the other, because they're almost identical, except Modern Warfare 3, in my opinion, it has made a lot of improvements and is better, but you know, this doesn't come that highly recommended. It's okay, but as I said, if you want some, you know, not a nice looking game, but just some fun FPS to jump into, have a couple of matches, then jump out of again, then I guess that's probably your best bet. Although, you know, you can do Section 8 Prejudice, but those tend to be longer games and a little bit more complex, I would like to think. The Grand Strategy Games franchise sale of this, and why? What is there a franchise sale? Yeah. Is this the whole franchise? This one game? Either way, this, yeah, if that interests you, I guess, then sure, pick it up. Why not? If you like playing games in a window in 4x3, oh, that looks like it's more full screen. At least better screenshots. Good lord, that was terrible. Then go for it. Again, I don't really care about it. It's a strategy game. You know, if you want it, then go ahead. But yeah, just leave it. Okay, where's my cart? Where's my basket of games? Oh my god, I think it got rid of them. So that's lovely of it, because that's where I was gonna look to see all the other games that I wanted to recommend. Either way, I can remember some of them. You've got games like Binding of Isaac, which are really cheap, like ridiculously so. You can get it with the soundtrack for half price, and it's a really good game. It's cheap enough already, but now half price, that's pretty freaking ridiculous. So definitely pick up Binding of Isaac. That shit scares me. I don't like that trailer at all. Yeah, anyway. Next up is Terraria, of course, because it's Terraria. Can you not love this game? It's, think of Minecraft 2D, but with more of a goal, I guess, an objective, more things to do, more items, and there's a huge 1.1 update coming out on December 1st actually, and that is going to be amazing. It's such a great game already, and they just keep adding more and more stuff, all for free of course, and it's great. It's really good, so highly recommended. Next is gonna be Just Cause 2, I think, because that's still not gone on sale for whatever reason, but it's still a really good game. 33% off isn't bad. £10 for Just Cause 2. It's a fun game just to dick around in. I don't know. It's a fun game. What more can I say? That's what it is. It's fun. So yeah, that's that. Hamilton's Great Adventure, by the way, Just Cause 2 and this, as you can see, only support Vista or Windows 7 because they require DirectX 10 or above. No, DirectX 11, I think, obviously. And yeah, but Hamilton's Great Adventure is really cheap and actually really good. It's a fun classic style of game, and it looks really nice as well for an indie game. Excuse me. And it's a fun game. What more can I say? It's good. It's really good actually, especially for that price. So go pick that up. I recommended. Something else that's even more recommended. You guys know I love this game. Amnesia: The Dark Descent is 50% off. £6.50. Come on. It's amazing. It's so good. One of the best games I've ever played, and it is so very good. And so very fucking scary. Good lord, is this game scary. So if you don't like scary games, then don't get it, but yeah. The scariest game I've ever played. And I don't play that many scary games, but yeah. But from the ones that I have played, much scarier than Dead Space, let me tell you. It doesn't just go for the jump scares, it has a lot of atmosphere. It's one of the best indie games I've ever played. And it's simply amazing. I can't say anything more than that. Is that it? I think that might be it. Of course not. It's also Super Meat Boy, because why not? Because it's Super Meat Boy is amazing, basically, and it's great, and you should buy it because it's half price. Why would you not want this? It's so good. So yeah, Super Meat Boy half price. That's good. Trials 2 Second Edition is also on sale, 75% off. Again, really good price if you are into infuriating games such as Super Meat Boy, with a lot of physics and craziness, and it's quite famous for that sort of thing. So yeah, if you want that stuff, then you got it. So yeah, really good, and for that price. And I think that's it. I think those were all my recommendations. That's it for the autumn sale, and it has to go. Sad face. Oh, thanks guys for reminding me. Dungeon Defenders is also on sale, half price. Dungeon Defenders is one of the best indie games I've ever played as well. So good. As you can see, a lot of these things I'm suggesting are indie games because I freaking love indie games, and that's because a lot of them are really good. You could even buy a 4-pack as well, just £5 more than that would be usually. And of course, all the DLC is off quite a lot as well, so that's pretty good. Like the New Heroes DLC, which comes with new heroes, I guess, and yeah. So Dungeon Defenders is amazing. Highly recommend you get it with some friends as well, because it's really good in co-op. Co-op is where it shines. Co-op is what this game was made for, and co-op is what you should play it as. So yes, now that is it for the autumn sale. And yes, it's a shame, but yes, you are going to want to go and probably purchase some of the games, hopefully, if you have any of the monies. So yeah, you might want to go get that, because it's some really good games today. Yeah, not as good as yesterday actually in terms of the daily deals, in my opinion, but yeah, very, very nice. So yeah, I'll probably start making more proper videos now, because you know it's over, so I can't use this as much of an excuse for a video every day. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go record some Bastion as well at some point, probably tomorrow, and that's always good. So some Bastion probably coming up. I think I might do an hourly adventure of Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3, but both of them meshed into one, so half an hour gameplay of each and then a comparison. So it might be just over an hour or just under, depends. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the music in the background. Starship amazing and sick kids as always, and goodbye.